This is everything you need to know about the iPhone 12, especially the iPhone 12 Pro, and why I think it's still a good option to consider in 2022. This was released in late 2020 during the whole COVID-19 pandemic, and believe me when I say there are possibly thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of videos already on this device, so I don't plan on wasting anyone's time. So let's quickly talk about how this holds up today. Alright, so you must have heard a lot of jokes about how Apple went from a flat edge design up until like the iPhone 5 series, switched to a rounded edge design from the 6 up to the iPhone 11s, and funny enough went back to the flat edge design for the iPhone 12, now up to the latest iPhone 14. And it does look like this will be happening as the Apple standard for a very long time, except at some point they decide to go back to rounded edge design. You never know, like literally. Let's just watch Apple do Apple things. So when it comes to design, the iPhone 12 is up to date. It is certified IP68 water and dust resistant and highly durable with the new ceramic shield glass, and I believe this was the first phone where the whole ceramic shield feature actually started. So when it comes to build quality, the iPhone 12 is also up to date. Watching content, gaming, and just regular day-to-day use of this device is better with the 6.1-inch display, and it gets pretty bright up to 1200 nits for the Pro phones and 625 nits for the regular phones. However, it is just 60 Hz, which to me is one downside because the Pro, iPhone 13 and 14 come with 120 Hz Pro motion displays. So the display might not be up to date considering this is a Pro phone itself, but still a good screen regardless. This is also the first phone that introduced 5G, so if you already live in an area with 5G, then good for you. Overall connectivity with the iPhone 12 Pro and others is up to date, so yeah, just that. The iPhone 12 has the A14 Bionic chip with 6 gigs of RAM, and some Android lovers will just want to use the fact that iPhones don't have as much RAM as newer Android devices. Well, chill. To me, it's fair to say 6 gigs of RAM on an iPhone is better than 12 gigs on an Android device, but yeah, what do I know? Gaming on the iPhone 12 is also very good with the A14 Bionic chip, but as usual, phones get very toasty after long periods of use and might just lead to battery draining very fast. And speaking of battery, this comes with a 2850 mAh battery, which might not seem like much to, again, Android users, but it is a very good size for an iPhone. Also, this was the first ever iPhone to come with MagSafe charging, so yeah, it's pretty up to date with that. I'm a pretty heavy user myself, so a whole day on a single charge might not be possible. Now let's quickly talk about the cameras. iPhone camera quality has always been at the top of the smartphone industry since I believe was the iPhone 10. Same old 12 megapixel cameras, and we do get night mode on this, which the iPhone 11 didn't have, so yeah. I don't really know much about cameras to be honest, and a huge chunk of my subscribers don't even care to, so I'll just leave some photos of the iPhone 12 and yeah, for anyone who's actually interested in those. But what I do care about is video, and the video mode on iPhone 12 is
beautiful.
Sure, you'll be missing features like the new action mode on the iPhone 14, but yeah, it really doesn't disappoint. I think YouTubers like Spawn Point already shoot most of his videos, if not all his videos, on the iPhone 12 currently. I already even shot 2 videos on this channel with the iPhone 12. You can check them out after this video. Links will be in the description as well. So I promised you guys this would be a fairly quick video. So the big question, is the iPhone 12 still worth buying in 2022? Heck yeah, it is. And here's why. So first of all, I want to make it very clear to you guys that this is not an old device. It might be 2 years old right now, but 2 years old isn't bad for an iPhone. In fact, 2 years seems to be the sweet spot for getting a not so old iPhone for a very cheap price. This comes with everything you could ask for from a modern day smartphone, especially the iPhones, and the best part is that it's now far cheaper than its launch price. Speaking of the price, to be honest, I believe in 2022 the iPhone 12 is the best value for performance phone you could get, and yeah, basically everything works, literally everything works as newer iPhones. You could get this for around $600, that's like $599, or even cheaper if you look harder on like resale stores and just look around your area at phone dealers and stuff. Yeah, honestly, you should consider getting the iPhone 12 if you can't get like the latest and greatest iPhone 13 and 14. But then I still believe there are some people who can't even afford something lower than the iPhone 12, 11 or even the iPhone 10. And that's totally fine, because I am planning a whole iPhone buying guide video for everyone, because believe me, I know how it feels to see new iPhones get released and not being able to get them. Subscribe and hit the button so you don't miss that video. And if you got some value from this video, kindly tap the like button so this video can spread out to more people. Hit the playlist on your screen to see what phones I have recommended people getting this year. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.